Mercury in retrograde. You guys are such weirdos. When the rest of the world is freaking out because Mercury's in retrograde, it's like you guys are hanging out at the beach, sipping pina coladas because you're in your element. And your element is weird. I would say this is like a left-handed person. Like the world is backwards. And they have to learn how to flip it around to communicate with the rest of us because the rest of us are not on the same wavelength at all. We're thinking in language, they're probably thinking in math, they're thinking in mechanical, they're thinking in science, they're thinking backwards, or we're thinking backwards. Not sure which. When a regular person would read a book forwards to backwards, somebody with Mercury retrograde in their natal chart is going to read it backwards to forwards. When things happen in life, they see the conclusion before they see the beginning. They're often going to know what's going to happen before anybody else does because they follow the natural chain of events and they take it to the conclusion and then pull it forward. This is about a third of the population, so it's pretty common, and it's actually about what the odds of being left-handed are. So what does this mean for you in the way you talk and the way you communicate? It can be different things because, as you know, Mercury is communication and your language. From a lot of Mercury retrograde people, what I've heard from them is that they have actually had trouble communicating, and people sometimes think they're stupid, and they're not stupid. They're actually very smart. They are just sometimes smarter, but just weirder. You might have someone who's like a math whiz for fun. They just sit around making mathematical equations. Or someone who's a mechanical engineer genius, and before they were even out of diapers, they were taking things apart and putting it back together. And that was the way they were communicating. When the rest of us go into retrograde, these people are at home. The energy that surrounds us, the wavelengths of intelligence and communication, are in their zone. So while the rest of us can't think straight, they are thinking very fluid because their world is spatial, just like left-handed. It's spatial oriented and it's not linear oriented. Getting to them to follow your line of logic when you're trying to explain something, maybe just draw a picture. Or maybe just let them explain it backwards to you. Have fun trying to figure those Mercury in retrograde people out.